absolutely
Wait,
is.
no, that is completely unacceptable.
How can you say that? It's the only way.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, you are right.
As you know now, I'm Lisa. This is Alex. And my title is not Chief Executive Officer, it is Chief Education Officer.
Ooh, controversial.
And I would argue that every CEO should be the Chief Education Officer.
That's a big call out. Can you give us a little bit of context as to why you're saying this?
Okay, well, if you think about what you do as a CEO and you think about the role education plays within your organization and within your marketplace, you are educating your market. You are educating your customers. You are educating your partners. You are educating your teams. That is what you're doing. You're facilitating your growth through education.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really interesting topic because, I mean, how much are really CEOs educating and spending time, energy, resources, investing in education for their teams and for the market and for their partners and their customers and so on, really. And I'll be a little bit provocative here, like when you want to see your kids thrive and go on and do great things in the world and go to university and have a great career and do all these fantastic things without you, how do you make that happen?
You educate them.
Education, right?
Well, you think about your business, at the end of the day, it's like a child, you know, you're giving birth to it, and then there's a toddler and it's just driving you bonkers, and you're up all night. Actually, that goes on for a while, and then they get into a teenage stage, and you know that's difficult, but it is about them growing and developing and then leaving home. And basically, if that business doesn't need you anymore, well, that's a great thing. As a CEO, that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that that business does not need us anymore. And that requires, you know, a team that is educated to operate without you. It's about customers being able to educate themselves through your, you know, academies and other education you're providing, your partners being able to execute and be educated to execute. So at the end of the day, it's quite similar to having kids.
I mean, it seems so simple and obvious. Why isn't it that people are doing this already, and why don't CEOs see themselves as chief education officers already?
Well, maybe sometimes we don't want to let things go. You know, we don't want to let our baby go, and we want to be, you know, indispensable sometimes. But at the end of the day, if our teams and our customers and our partners are educated, it's all to our advantage. We can focus on strategy, we can focus on the future, and we can focus on an exit. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I think about like how many times I've been in the position with teams that I've been in, and you need to cross the chasm. You know,
Yes.
we talk about that crossing of the chasm and get to the other side. And you know, whether that's for growth or whether that's like a new market shift has happened or a competitor has come into the market or something's going on that's really like shaking the foundations in a way. And how do you get across that chasm? And that piece of education just is so powerful, right? In that space of how do you take a team along for the journey. That's really your role is holding space, right? And taking people on a journey as a CEO. And that's what an educator does, right?
That's right, exactly. We agree.
I love it. Yeah, this wasn't controversial at all.
No.